Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Astrological Intentions. I am your host, Alex Reevy, along with the whimsical wedding planner herself, Sandy Reevy. Say hi.
Hi, everybody. Maybe that should be my new job.
Yes, it is episode 217, September 19th. Let's get right into it. In the transits today, September 19th, Venus trine Uranus retrograde.
A surprise date?
Thursday, September 22nd, Sun ingress Libra.
Fall equinox.
Friday, September 23rd, also Sandy's Astro Interesting Day, Mercury retrograde conjunct Sun in Libra.
A world point.
Same day, Mercury retrograde ingress Virgo.
Back to rulership and exaltation.
Saturday, September 24th, Venus opposed Neptune retrograde.
Secret society meeting.
Then Sandy's conflict day, Sunday, September 25th, new moon at 2 degrees Libra.
Nothing or everything.
Then Sandy has finished up some talismans to experience all the pleasures of life and to receive support from my family. Then new upcoming ones to ward off negative energy, to enjoy and appreciate my relationship with my siblings, and to conclude studies. Then on the horizon, we have our Talisman workshop ready and waiting for you for sign up. And in our house, Sandy and I are heading off to a family wedding, so we are going to replay the retrograde meditation for you. Stay tuned for this episode of Astrological Intentions.
I say go do you. Now travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Say you are the one you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river. Wash yourself clean so you can deliver you. The story of you.
Hello, whimsical wedding planner. You like that one?
I do, because, no, I'm not a wedding planner, but I am the dance choreographer, song picker-outer, and
wow.
What?
That's a mouthful. I like mine better, whimsical wedding planner.
And it's happening.
Well, every single wedding for all of the grandchildren, you have created a...
Well, for my nieces and nephews.
Yes. Right.
Just clarifying
not
that.
not your grandchildren, I guess. The youngest of our family. And yeah, it's been so much fun. The family gets together. We create this really wonderful performance of love, and that clearly takes time and energy and your vision. And it turns out to be something that's really special that we can give to them as a memory to hold forever and ever.
And it's always done, on the dance floor during the dance part of the reception.
Right.
After the mom and the daddy dance and the mommy dance. And their first dance, and after the cake's cut, and then we do have a little bit
Sneak
of a
surprise,
and we do all have a prop. All the women are wearing a particular thing, but and then we gather in a circle on the dance floor.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Perform. I've got an email out to the DJ, so I got to hear back from him.
Yes.
Anyway, that'll be fun.
So going direct, we are skipping. You have something to share.
I have something to share. Today is a big day for me. I didn't know if I could get here. And that day is 1 full year. I've reached my 1 year mark in saying my Ganesha Lakshmi mantra, 10 syllables, for my 10th house, Venus, 108 times in the morning and 108 times in the evening.
Woo! Insert applause. That's a big undertaking.
Because the idea is you cannot miss. If you miss a morning or miss an evening, you start back at zero.
Oof.
And I am now at the 1 year mark of today of doing that. And that's a big feat. That takes
a lot of dedication.
Beautiful prayer. And can I just share right now what my mantra is?
Yes.
Om Gam Shneem Mahalakshmi Swaha.
Beautiful.
I say that
108 times
110
while
times.
you motion through your mala.
While I go through the Rudraksha seed beads from, the ones we make, the ones we provide.
And which one are you using as
I'm
you
using
do that
the Venus
mantra?
because I'm going after the 10th. 10 syllables should equal the house in your astrological chart that you're calling in, you're mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's a shreem, I'm asking for goodness. I'm asking for attraction. And because it's Lakshmi, I'm asking for obstacles to be cleared on my path in my career. And the reason I'm using the Taurus mantra, because I have Taurus on my 10th house cusp, and the ruler of Taurus is Venus, and Venus is on my 10th house cusp. So I'm calling to Venus, which is why I use my Taurus mala.
Beautiful.
So really cool.
Yeah.
I'm continuing on this, but really interesting. I'm wondering if I should maybe lean into Mars. Well, Mars for the 72 days will be retrograde. He's already in Gemini.
So would you change the mantra?
So I would change the mala. I would put on a Mars mala. I would most probably put on, I don't know if I'd put on the Aries. I have to meditate over that. Aries or Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
But I would be asking Mars to go inside to maybe cream. I'd use the word cream, which is about, and I'd probably do a 6-syllable because my Mars is in the 6th house. And cream means to remove, to break up, to like shreem is attract.
Got it.
And cream is to reduce.
Awesome.
So I'm still deciding but I'm still will be motioning the 108 morning and night.
Yes.
And so I challenge anyone at least to come on with me during the Mars retrograde. So we'll talk about that more later.
Awesome. And let's move into the transits. We have a big week, mainly because there's many transits, but also because we have Sandy's astrologically interesting day and your conflict day of the month.
All in the same week.
Right. So let's start off with Monday, September 19th, Venus trine Uranus retrograde.
Yeah, it's a trine. So we do like this. We have to remember that Venus is in Virgo. She's not real happy here. She's what's called in her fall. And so a surprise date, something surprising comes along. So say yes. Even though Venus is in Virgo, as I just mentioned, and where she's in her fall, she will see so many reasons to say no. It's not the right time. It's not the right person. I don't have anything to wear. I don't feel like it.
Very critical. Yeah.
Very on the more negative side, but say yes. Because she rules Uranus, who she's in connection with in the trine. And, Uranus is in Taurus, which Venus rules. So take a chance. It's free. Inventive and progressive ideas for you and your loved ones. This is also the day that Venus is dropping into the sun. Venus has been dropping into the sun closer and closer to the sun. She's moving faster than the sun. And this is her heliacal set, where she is moving within 8 degrees of the sun, where she becomes combust, which is another, difficult place for any planet getting so close to the sun where it can't be seen or expressed. But maybe that's okay because she's in fall here anyway, and she is falling into the sun.
Okay. So Thursday, September 22nd, Sun ingress Libra. Happy birthday, Libras. And my brother.
And this is the fall equinox. And, happy birthday, Libras. It's a shift. We're moving into the cardinal world point area of the 0 cardinal planets. Cardinal planets are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So when we get to the 0 mark, we're at the world point. And this is where the king, the sun, is in fall. He's in fall here. So, when he goes into Libra, and I'm like, is that why they call it fall?
Right? Interesting. So next day, Friday, September 23rd, is your astrologically interesting day.
Because of the Cazimi. This is, Mercury is retrograde and he's moving backwards and the sun never does. So the sun's always moving forward at different speeds, but moving forward. And they meet at 0 degrees of Libra. We just talked about the sun moving into Libra, and this is at 8:04 p.m. Chicago time, Central. And then literally just like 6 hours later, which now turns into Friday, the 23rd, at 1:50 a.m., so right around 2 a.m., we get the Cazimi. And it's at the 0 degree, and that's world point. So this makes me think, are we making strides to settle disputes? This is watching the news. What is becoming clearer just for this period of time, which may be a total of about 5 hours on either side of this. So just wondering too, because it's in Libra, if there's something about women. We know a lot of the individual states are really battling the Roe versus Wade continuum, and that just every day there's another something in another state. So it's like we're revisiting themes again because Mercury's retrograde.
Right.
Yeah.
And also the same day, Mercury retrograde ingresses into Virgo, which I think Mercury retrograde might be a little relieved by that since it rules Virgo.
It is. Back to rulership and exaltation. This is where he really shines. And we ask ourselves, what is my give and what is my take in tangible form? Because it's now in an earth sign. So he gains power here. He regains it, actually. So, it's tangible form because it's an earth sign. So any correlation to August, any subjects that were going on, say, last month that are not finished yet, that come up for review. It's getting your orders prepared, setting up more meetings. It's back to the Rubik Cube.
Ooh.
And I know one person who loves Rubik Cubes.
Yes, I do too.
And so it's now able to work that Rubik Cube, ching, 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 and having it
solved. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. And I like the imagery of that. And Saturday, September 24th, Venus opposed Neptune retrograde.
Right. I call this secret society meeting or a hidden love affair.
Oh.
Which we could call a secret society meeting, right? But Venus is combust here. And, she wants something to be hidden. She wants something to be in solitude, not to be shared with the world. So, even if she doesn't really want to be seen. So, there is a little bit of non-public attention that, even though you don't want it, you may get it. So be careful of what you're doing because it's could be a disappointment this time frame because it's opposing. That means Neptune is that dissolver. It's the confusion guy, right? And something is not clear or on time. And here, ooh.
Ominous. So your conflict day ends the week with Sunday, September 25th, the new moon at 2 degrees of Libra.
Yeah, this is Libra. This is at 4:55 p.m. Nothing or everything is what I called it. We have to think about the moon is crossing the sun in Libra. So really the moon has advantage here because the sun is in his fall in Libra.
Okay.
Because he's in exaltation in Aries opposite, right? That's how we know fall.
Okay.
And both of these are opposing Jupiter at 3 degrees of Aries. So we got sun and the moon in Libra over on this side of the chart at 2 degrees. We got Jupiter over on this side of the chart in Aries. So there's an opposition here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And, then we have to pull in what I did pull in is that Venus is the ruler of the new moon and the sun, right? That Venus is combust, right?
So is that
but they're combust with reception. Mercury's combust. He's now out of his Cazimi. So he's back in combust. Venus is combust. And these are two adverse to each other. So I don't know. It just to me sounds like this is why it's my conflict day. It sounds like, the ruler of the new moon is combust and adverse. So nothing is, that's the nothing part. Nothing is happening. We don't see
or
anything.
everything all at once.
But it's opposed Jupiter. So it's everything, the everything part. So balance as you go through the next 2 weeks where, I was just talking to a client yesterday who said, my life works in nothing going on, nothing going on, everything going on, everything going on, everything going on, nothing going on, nothing going on. And
sometimes
it works
it does
like that,
feel
right?
like that.
So that's to me where this really to figure some things out and to weigh any negotiations going forward.
So yeah, a big week ahead. So let's move over to talisman times where you have finished up 2. We've already discussed them, so we'll breeze over Tuesday, September 13th for both of these talismans to experience all the pleasures of life.
This I did at 2:59 a.m. So at 3 a.m., I'm busy making beads. I attract all the worldly and material conveniences life has to offer me. My right hand is available to acquire these riches. And this is because of the moon is in the third lunar mansion, which is a woman raising her right hand to receive.
Okay. Beautiful. And Tuesday, September 13th, again, to receive support from my family.
I happily accept reinforcement from my loved ones, my family members. They just seem to know I am in need of their backing. This is a nice one with Aquarius rising, Saturn in Aquarius in the first house, meaning is the backing and the reinforcement and the support. And then we've got the moon exalted in Taurus, making a really nice trine to the 4th house ruler, Venus.
Right.
So, yeah.
So the upcoming talismans I want to get a little bit deeper into. Monday, September 19th, to ward off negative energy.
I only attract positive vibrations wherever I roam. I have a protective shield surrounding me. This is nice. This is Alcade. And there just seems to be a lot of Alcade, fixed star Alcade, which is the tail of the Great Bear. So it's the beginning of the Big Dipper.
Right.
And this because it's the Great Bear and the bear, Mama Bear, is protection. And it's the tail, meaning they're at the end of the tail, at the beginning of the dipper, handle of the dipper, is the little bear. So this is why Alcade sits there and why Alcade is always protection.
Oh, interesting.
Particularly through travel or any movement that is going on. So the sun is up here at 26 Virgo, conjunct Midheaven at 26 Virgo, conjunct 27 degree Virgo, fixed star Alcade. And remember, Alcade doesn't move. It takes 72 years for it to move a degree. So it will be here in this area for our entire lives.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a nice one.
Yeah.
And that's around noon on Monday.
Right. I like that protective shield.
I wear an
having
Alcade.
that confidence there.
I remember when we ran in at ESAR, ran into our friend that I introduced you to. He was wearing the hat with Alcade symbol on it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, Alcade, because he's a talisman maker as well. And he's like, yeah. And I said, and I showed him my Alcade bracelets because I wear it when I'm traveling. And it always has provided me with just like, remember the plane I was already in? And we had to circle back on the way to Greece. That was Alcade supporting and protecting me. Anyway, let's go on.
So let's move on to Tuesday, September 20th, to enjoy and appreciate my relationship with my siblings.
We are so different and alike together at the same time. Our kinship always keeps us close and together.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's beautiful because you're noticing and appreciating the differences and the similarities, which, especially if you have tension between your sibling, you want to say that you don't have anything in common with them, but you grew up together and there's usually something similar, just looking at it from a different perspective.
And I really like this one. And this is because we've got Aquarius rising, Saturn retrograde in the first house. That's that close in togetherness, that glue that will hold a relationship of any type together. And then we've got the moon making a trine to Jupiter, making a sextile to Mercury. And more importantly, we got the third house covered. The third house is Jupiter's in the third house of siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And so Sunday, September 25th, to conclude studies.
My intent lessons are coming to a close. I know now what I wished to establish in my mind and in my practice. Sometimes, and it's interesting right? I just put pen to a paper and look at the chart and then I start writing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't form it. I don't know what I'm writing half the time. Because my Mercury is in Pisces, where it's in its fall and detriment, that I don't know how to put words together. I don't know how to, it's been a thing since grade school. And when I finally found out I don't have a retrograde, but I have fall and detriment, which kind of can act like that, a retrograde. But when I allow spirit to talk through me.
Yeah, you're right. It's beautifully written. You always get, I love the way that you write, and I love the way that you can add imagery or vision to those statements so well. And you get complimented all the time.
And it's so funny because it took me a long time, years, to accept that fact that they loved my intention and affirmation writing. And I'm like, I don't know. It's my penmanship, but I don't really know. In fact, that word, my intent lessons, you even questioned me on that. And we both had to look it up. I'm like, why did I write intent lessons?
Right. I forgot that it's also used as an adjective. But I like, too, the fact that this one is concluding your studies and it's really wrapping up things. Because when you're first starting out, whatever you're studying, you're a novice. You don't know what you're going to learn. You have no idea where it's going to take you. Yeah. You have no idea what you're going to uncover within yourself, within the practice.
Yeah.
And so to kind of honor that ending of the study and the embodiment of the material, I think is wonderful to focus on.
And I like to conclude studies because we've got the moon here in Virgo in the balsamic moon phase. And so this is like the ending of something, putting something to rest, putting something away. And the moon is making a really nice, tight 26-degree conjunction to Venus in Virgo. Again, Venus can really get into the weeds of details when she visits this placement, even though she's in her fall here. And that's trine to the ascendant. In other words, you're going to use this energy in information and lessons in your surroundings.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. I do want to remind everyone that we still have our Talisman of the Month available to enter a successful deal with a business partner. This is on special. You get that shipping credit. It's a wonderful option. We choose a new Talisman of the Month every month to help reflect what's going on in that month astrologically. So let's move on to the horizon, where this upcoming weekend, you're going to be having the event in Scottsdale, Arizona, the human design event called Manifestation by Design. If you're not on on our email list, I did send out a very special ticket price. So if you live in the Scottsdale area or you're willing to fly out, make sure to reach out to us because we do have those discounted tickets.
They're really discounted, and it's not over the weekend, actually. It's the week. Beth always runs the week.
That's right.
She always runs a week, and so it starts on a Tuesday. In the evening was registration, and then full out on Wednesday, Thursday, big days. And she's titling this, the manifestation, the design of manifestation. So how to pull in something and attract something, whatever that something is, into your life. And she brings it in through human design and hand analysis. And anyone in person, and she's running this in person. She hasn't done it for a while. Of course, no one has. And she's running it also, what would you call that? Stereo simulcast? She's doing it.
Yeah, virtually too.
Virtually,
streamed. You can join streamed. I forgot about that.
It's virtually streamed as well. But if you show up and attend, then you get, because I don't know how she's going to run the one part of, because she'll do your human design. Now that's easy to do
when you're there.
Information. It's, well, it's easy to, human design is easy to do. You just get the documents in your inbox, right, to print out. But your hand analysis. So she, on registration, there's a special paper with ink on it that you'll, kind of like a whole hand, fingerprint, hand printing. And then she'll go over that with you, and you get a little bit of a review on your hand imprint. So there's a lot of information, lot of information that I get to attend in the classrooms. And she's adamant about what it is she teaches and what she says to the individual questions.
Yes. Also, I want to announce here that we have our Venus Star Point Talisman workshop ready for you on the website. That is happening October 22nd. That is at 12:15 p.m. Yep. And you get to choose between either an earring talisman or a charm talisman. And you learn so much about the Venus Star Point from Sandy, who is now a certified teacher of it.
And your Venus Star Point and what that means. I'll give you dates of in the last, say, 4 years, 8 years. I'll probably do the last 4 years and the last 8 years and the next 4 years and the next 8 years.
Wow. Cool.
Well, only because it's a 4-year cycle when it comes back to this particular. And this is the first one. It's coming and it goes backwards where she makes that 5-pointed star, which is the golden ratio, which is the Fibonacci series, which is the whole Vetuvian man, sorry. We'll learn all about that.
Yes. Don't forget, we have our 3 retreats coming up in 2023. Our Mexico retreat, we only have a couple seats left. So if you are interested, go ahead, click that link, or click the link that's just below that, where you can have a free 15-minute call with Sandy to ask questions and see if this retreat is right for you. Let's move into our house.
Okay.
Because Sandy and I are heading off to a family wedding and we need to get on the road. So we will be informing you all about this wedding weekend and how it happened and what we did and the song title, which is such a good one, and all of that, because we don't want to ruin the surprise here. So we got to wait for next week.
By the time they listen to this,
right,
we'll have already done it.
Right. But we just can't, we haven't figured out time travel yet. So I do want to share with you that we have a replay of the retrograde meditation for you today, since Mercury is still retrograde. And also, if you are not interested in doing that one, I also have the Cancer meditation that is live on Astrology Meditations. Just click the link in the description and you'll jump over there to listen to the Cancer one. I thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today, and enjoy this meditation.
Bye, everyone.
During this meditation, I will guide you back retroactively to a place that you have been intending to repair, rework, or relive, so we can return to and ultimately release it. If you're not there already, get yourself to a seated position with your back straight and in alignment. repose your gaze ahead, or, if you're able, close your eyes completely. Today, we will use a box breath where we inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again. Let's begin. We settle our mind and body as we cycle through the box breath. I will guide you through the first, and you can take it from there. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Now, continue this breath on your own. Great. You no longer need to count and hold your breath. Just continue an even, relaxed breath from here. Now, I want you to reflect on a time you'd like to redo, rework, or replay. A time that you're holding on to, whether it was earlier today or years ago. Any memory will do. Return your attention to that time. Where were you? What were you doing? Who were you with? What was being said or done? Sometimes we hold on to something for too long because we feel we must fix it, change it, or keep it. But that reason is only holding us, pulling us backwards in time. Now, I'd like you to relax into that scenario. Whatever is happening around you, inside of you, with loving kindness, be there, present with yourself and the surrounding space. Now is not the time to fix or find blame. It is the time to relax your connection to this time and space. Remember that this time has passed, and thus, so must our connection to it. So I welcome you here, an opportunity to release that memory. Allow yourself to drop the bags and continue moving onward. Now we will return to our breath for assistance. I'd like you to inhale deeply and hold. And when you're ready to release your breath, do it powerfully, letting any sounds or emotions flow out as well. And let's do that again. Inhale deeply and hold. And when you're ready, release powerfully. And one more time, we inhale deeply, holding, remembering that we must release that memory and allow ourselves to release. Thank you for taking a moment to reimagine the benefits of Mercury retrograde. I welcome you to use this meditation anytime to reflect, relax, and relinquish your connections to the past in order to free yourself to the present moment. I'll see you back here at Astrology Meditation soon.
I say go do you. Now travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Say you are the one you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river. Wash yourself clean so you can deliver you. The story of you, the